Hey family, welcome back to the channel. I just want to thank you for tuning in today. Before we dive into this powerful word, do me a favor. Go ahead and like this video, comment below your thoughts, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new messages. Now today, we're talking about something many people don't want to hear but absolutely need to understand. Before God blesses you, He will prepare you. See, many of us want the blessing, but we don't want the process. We want the miracle, but we don't want the molding. But here's the truth. Before God releases His promise in your life, He will make sure that you are ready to carry it. Part 1, God prepares before He blesses. The Bible shows us a consistent pattern. God never gives a blessing before preparation. Think about Joseph. God gave him dreams of greatness when he was a teenager, but before the dream came to pass, Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. Why? Because the dream was big, but Joseph's character needed to grow big enough to carry it. If God had placed Joseph as ruler over Egypt the day after he dreamed, Joseph would not have been able to handle the responsibility. That's the same with you. You've been praying for the blessing, but God has been working on your patience. You've been asking for increase, but God has been building your integrity. You've been asking for promotion, but God has been shaping your humility. Listen, God isn't withholding blessings because He doesn't love you. He's holding them until you're strong enough not to let the blessing destroy you. James 1:4 says, "Let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." Before God blesses you, He perfects you. Part 2, testing before blessing. Another principle you need to understand is that testing comes before blessing. Look at Abraham. God promised him descendants as numerous as the stars, but then came the test. God asked him to sacrifice Isaac, the very son of the promise. That didn't make sense, but Abraham obeyed, and in that moment, God confirmed His covenant. God will always test your faith before He blesses your life. Why? Because blessings are tied to responsibility. If God can't trust you with the small test, He can't release the greater blessing. Think about Israel in the wilderness. They were promised the land flowing with milk and honey, but before they entered, they went through 40 years of testing. The desert was not meant to destroy them, it was meant to prove them. Deuteronomy 8:2 says, "And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep His commandments or no." God doesn't test you because He doesn't know your heart. He tests you so you will know your heart. So if you're going through trials right now, don't be discouraged. It might just be that you're in the before stage, the proving ground before the blessing comes. Part 3, breaking before blessing. Here's another truth. Before God blesses you, He often breaks you. That might sound hard, but let me explain. In John 6, Jesus took a little boy's lunch, 5 loaves and 2 fish. Before He blessed it and multiplied it, He broke it. Only when it was broken could it feed thousands. The same is true with us. Sometimes God has to break our pride, our stubbornness, our dependence on people, our attachment to sin, so that when He blesses us, we'll give Him all the glory. Think about Jacob. He wrestled with God all night long. By the end, he was blessed, but he walked with a limp. God had to break him before He renamed him Israel. Sometimes your limp is proof that you've been touched by God. The breaking is not punishment, it's preparation. Psalm 34:18 says, The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So don't despise the breaking season. It's making room for the blessing season. Part 4. Obedience before blessing. We also can't forget this. Obedience always comes before blessing. Deuteronomy 28 is clear. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all His commands, all these blessings will come upon you. God doesn't bless disobedience. He blesses faithfulness. If you want God to bless your finances, you've got to obey Him with your tithes and offerings. If you want Him to bless your relationships, you've got to obey Him by loving, forgiving, and walking in purity. If you want Him to bless your calling, you've got to obey Him when He tells you to step out in faith. Blessings follow obedience. They don't chase the stubborn, they chase the surrendered. Part 5. Waiting before blessing. One of the hardest parts of this journey is the waiting season. David was anointed king as a teenager, but he didn't sit on the throne until years later. In between, he was hiding in caves, running from Saul, and wondering if the promise would ever come true. But waiting isn't wasted time. Waiting is working time. It's the time when God matures you, develops you, and teaches you to depend fully on Him. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." The waiting room is not punishment, it's preparation. So here's what I want you to take with you today. Before God blesses you, He will prepare you. Don't resist the process. Before God blesses you, He will test you. Pass the test. Stay faithful. Before God blesses you, He may break you. Trust Him, even in the breaking. Before God blesses you, He requires obedience. Walk in His word. Before God blesses you, He may make you wait. Waiting builds endurance. The blessing is real, but so is the process. Don't give up before you reach your promise. Family, I pray this message blessed you. Remember, before God blesses you, He shapes you into the person who can handle the blessing. If this word spoke to your heart, make sure you like this video, drop a comment below, and let me know what season you feel you're in right now. Preparation, testing, breaking, obedience, or waiting. Also, don't forget to share this with someone who needs encouragement and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next message. God's blessing is on the way. Trust the process, trust His timing, and most of all, trust Him.